Okay, so rounding these numbers to the nearest 10. So that's to round these numbers to the nearest 10. Part A, 26. Now the key with rounding to the nearest 10, okay, is looking here at our tens column or our tens, yeah, like units. So we've got 20 tens, sorry, 2 tens and 6 units. Okay, so that's our tens column, so the 2. Okay, look at the number next to it on the right. If it's 5 or more, you round up. 4 or less, you round down. So 26 here rounds to 30 to the nearest 10 because it's closer to 30 than it is to 20. Okay, it's 4 away from 30, but it's 6 away from 20. Okay, if that helps you. Part B, 62 to the nearest 10. So 6 is our tens column. Look at the number next to it. That's a 2, so we're going to obviously round it down. So that's going to be 60. Again, 60 is closer to 62 than 70 because it's 2 away from 60, but it's 8 away from 70. Okay, this one here, part C, is not as obvious, okay, because this one's actually equidistant, okay, between both sides. But, so again, looking at a tens column, that's a 7. Okay, looking at the number next to it. Now, the convention says if it's 5 or more, we round up. Okay, so that's going to round up to 80. Okay, it is only convention that tells us this. Okay, so technically, yes, technically, if you put it on like a little like bar model, it is equidistance. That is, yeah, I can't obviously deny that, but it's convention that tells us that if it's 5 or more, we round up, and then 4 or less, we round down. Okay, so it's convention that teaches us that. Okay. So again, yeah, just obviously learn that, yeah, for your exam or your test. Okay, part D, 231. So we've got 3 in our tens column. Look at the number next to it, that's a 1. So that's going to round to 230 to the nearest 10. Again, that's 1 away from 230, but it's 9 away from 240. So it's closer to 230 than it is to 240. Part E, 797 to the nearest 10. So 9 is in our tens column. Look at the number next to it. That's a 7, so that's going to round it up to 800, okay? So rounds that 9 to a 10, but obviously that bumps up, yeah, the next number here to the left, yeah, by 1. So it's 800, okay? Part F, 5,842. That rounds to 5,840 because 4 is in our tens column. Look at the number next to it, that's a 2, so you round it down. Okay, part G, okay, using our convention rule, yeah, so looking at tens column, which is 7, looking at the number next to it, if it's 5 or more, we round up, so this obviously rounds to 9,880 to the nearest 10. Okay, part H, 13,758, okay, again, looking at our rounding, yeah, and our rules convention, okay, 5 is in our tens column. So look at the number next to it, that's an 8. So that obviously rounds up to 13,760 to the nearest 10. And that, guys, is my final answer.